Good morning. How are you? We are having coffee, iced coffee. Yes, and it's full of ice. It's not as much as it looks like. There's more ice than coffee, but yes, this is what we're doing this morning. We will get caught up on devotionals as soon as I find my book. We did some purging over the weekend, and back here, some things that were back here, Ian donated some toys, which I think is incredibly amazing. He donated them to our church. They're gently used. They're perfect, next to perfect condition, so other children will get to enjoy them. So we are going to haphazardly get ready together. My dogs are resting at the moment. Ian's going to be playing on his computer, and we're just going to kind of just...
If you hear any noise in the background, that's either the dogs or me, okay?
Okay. Anyway.
Love you, fans. See you later.
Anyway, I have a couple of palettes, well, more than a couple. I have several palettes that I've not used yet, so I figured, why not? It may take a couple of shots to get it done. I may have to go outside, but it is what it is. We're going to use the Nomad American Parks. And this is the color story. And since I have on the shirt that I have on, it's going to kind of go with that chaos. So I'm going to pop off for just a second, prime my eyes, and then we'll be back. Okay, primed my eyes using the Sigma eye primer. I went ahead and swatched the palette, and although it's in a straight line this way whenever I turn my arm, it's not. So we will just kind of try to do this and look ridiculous. But yeah, anyway, so let's get into this because my day is getting away from me. So I hope everyone had a really super good holiday weekend. We did. We went and seen my mom, and if you saw some of my community posts, I didn't get a chance to take very many pictures, but we're going to start the look, and I'm going to talk to you while we do this. But we took, we did some much needed stuff that's been waiting far too long to get done. We're going to just jump in, and we're going to do this. Let's cross our fingers. I can't see the shade name because I do not have glasses or contacts. So we will just try to remember to list it in the description. And we're just going to tap in. And I'm going to use that in my crease. It was an interesting trip. We took my mother's new lawnmower down to her. We picked up the lawnmower that has been giving our yard guy grief for quite some time, and that looks like two different shades. How bizarre is that? Let's see if we can fix that. We went in a little softer on the other side. Note to self. This looks really pretty light with a light hand. Anyway, we took that mower down. We dropped the trailer off the truck. We hooked the quad that we have down there, which is my red one, or Ian's red one, however you want to put it. I call her Lady in Red. We hooked her to the trailer, backed it up to one of the buildings, and got my dad's chair, his motorized chair that I don't ever recall him ever using. Um, so it's essentially brand new but old. We're going to go right here into this. If you wonder where I get my stubbornness, those two people that raised me, because he would not, he would not use the chair even to go places. He would walk. And yep, that's where I get it from. We've had a hard time getting my mother at times to use a cane. So yeah, that's where I get the stubborn from. Anyway, so we dropped that, loaded his chair. My husband and I loaded the chair, and then she had a dresser that needed to go to Sissy down there. It's one of our neighbors. We've been neighbors for generations, so we're neighbors and family. So we took that down and did that, and then we took the trailer back up, dropped the trailer. The driveway was being sealed, so we were not parking anything on the driveway, which made things even more fun because, cars are out in the yard. I don't know where to go to from here. We're going to go into this top yellow shade and just see what happens, because I think it's pretty. I'm just going to put it up into... Anyway, so after that we loaded my mother into the truck. Literally. My mother is probably Ian's height and 80. So we gently help her into the truck. We went to my sister's, picked up a box spring and a mattress, took that to my aunt, unloaded all of that, put it all together, and to see the look on her face, my mother put the sheets and she had a comforter that my other aunt had bought her quite some time ago, and she'd been waiting. She needed the help, and so we got all that done, and it was worth it to see her face and see her be so happy. And so we're gonna go back into this screen and hit that outer corner just a little bit more. But after that, we went back to my mom's house and just kind of did nothing. Saturday we looked at pictures, and I found a cousin, okay? It happens periodically because there's so many of us. And I had found her a week or so ago, and it's through my maternal grandmother's family. We were comparing notes and stuff, and I knew that there was a time that I had met X, Y, and Z, and we were trying to figure out if we had ever actually been in the same place at the same time. We did, but in the process of finding each other after all this time, and finding mutual people, several of the people that we met so many years ago have passed. And while we were talking, I was showing her pictures my mother had of that side of the family, of her mother's siblings. And she sent me a text and she was like, oh, by the way, this one in this picture, I just got a text and she passed away. And I'm like, really? It's like, yeah. It's like, so keep up with your folks. We are not we are not promised tomorrow. We're not promised the rest of today. So do your best to keep up with your folks. It's worth it. And I'm just taking this little duochrome and putting it on the inner corner of my eye. And I'm not sure how I feel about this look. I'm going to pop off camera, do some blending, and finish my look and come back. Okay, so this is where we land, and let's talk about it. And in the meantime, Ian located my devotional, so we will get onto that either later today, this evening, tomorrow, something along in there. So, we basically did my eyes together. We used this color, this one, this one, this one in the middle, and then I went back and I used this up towards my eyebrows because it just was not working. To prime my eyes, and I'm going to show you part of what played into this. This is Bubbly. It's a primer that I used, and it may not be. No, it's an eyeshadow based primer. The last that I checked, they are on sale. That's blended out. Perfect for natural makeup, or not natural makeup, but no makeup days. I don't know why we call them that instead of just saying, light makeup, but I digress. Anyway, that's what we did in the palette on my face. We did a little underpainting. Nothing super fantastic, just enough, just because we needed to use some stuff. e.l.f. Camo liquid bronzer and contour in Fair Light number 2, just kind of around the face, kind of getting the tailor part under control of my face. And if you wonder what the tailor part is, that's part of my heritage. On the high spots and light spots, use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade, I cannot see what it is, so we will do this. It is Light Sand, and I'm not sure that that's in the right package, because sometimes I goof. For blush, above the contour line and bronzer, I went in with the e.l.f. Peach Perfect Camo Liquid Blush. And I did that above. Let me take these off. I did it above through here. I did not put a highlight on yet. Probably will not. This is my favorite color. This is what got me to buy these, is this color. This is the Bold Face Lilac, and I just ran it between the contour line and this one. Kind of, if you're an 80s lady like myself, kind of a drape, but not really a drape. And I technically could go back in and bring the blush out more, but I don't want my blush to be really heavy because my eyes are quite bold. On my lips, I used, don't know where it went, there it is, the mini, and I'm pretty sure it's Cool Teddy. I will have to look. It was one of the minis that I got around Christmas time. And I'm wrong. Fudge the numbers. Boy, was I way wrong. And on top of it, I used the Natasha Denona. I think it's I Need a Nude. I wish they would make the type a little bigger, because us old ladies need larger type. We also need to put our contact lenses in. Anyway, mix those two together. For mascara, we are using the Lash Paradise. When I tell you it's a good mascara, it's a decent mascara. Is it worth the hype? Stacked against even just this Ulta? No. Stacked against the MAC? No. Stacked against the Estee Lauder? No. Stacked against the Lancome? Yes. That's all I got for today. Hope y'all have a great day. I'm going to take my puppy dogs out and sweat my makeup off. That's what we're going to do. And again, we used the Nomad American Parks Route 66 palette. If you want to see us do a bingo with this palette, drop it in the comments and we're behind on our bingos, but if you want to see this particular palette in a bingo, let me know. Drop it in the comments and we will bingo it if you want to see it. Have a great day. Remember, I am the mayor's daughter. We love you oh so very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, whatever you're doing. Be careful. We love you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.